It is an event that London is gearing up for after 70 years. King Charles's coronation ceremony, slated for the 6th of May, it is an event which will involve elaborate security arrangements. Here in London, we've been speaking to a number of experts who are helping us better understand what really goes on behind the scenes, what goes into making the coronation ceremony a success, and what goes into arranging security for such an event. With me is Simon Morgan. He is a protection officer who's worked with the royal family from the year 2007 to 2013. Simon, welcome to WION World is One. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Operation Golden Orb is what the code word is for the security arrangements that are being made for the coronation ceremony. First of all, why that name? And what really goes on into making security arrangements for a ceremony like this one?
In policing, we like to give everything a name, and certainly we like to give large operations like this specific names, so there's no confusion. Golden Orb is the coronation, and the orb is actually part of the regalia for the actual ceremony of the coronation. So that's why it's called kind of Golden Orb. Golden Orb has been on the planning table for many years.
Yeah.
It actually ran parallel to Operation London Bridge, which was the late Queen's personal funeral plan. So unfortunately, it's a sad fact of life that we now have Operation Golden Orb because we've had Operation London Bridge back in September of last year. And the plan is now there. As soon as Operation London Bridge was finished, Golden Orb came onto the planning table as a live operation.
Right.
So the planners then will look at that. They will look to evaluate it. They will look to see if it's fit for purpose, because up until that point, it has been a design.
Right.
It is now all about delivery. So they will see how it needs to evolve. And they will look at other events. Certainly when you look at London over the last 12 months,
right,
this is the third state occasion,
right,
starting with actually the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee of June of last year. So we'll look at what went well, what could have gone better, and indeed now how this operation kind of fits into the current requirements. And the current requirements are vast. Yes, we look at threat and risk as a security professional. That's obviously where we've got to start. Yeah. But you've also got to look at simple things such as the time of year.
Yeah.
How many guests are actually coming? Where are we actually having it? Westminster Abbey has, over the last decades, become the venue of choice for major state occasions.
Yes.
And lots of those state occasions, you could argue, are almost a trial run for the major state occasions, such as Golden Orb. So they will look at how did it work at Westminster Abbey? How did the crowd dynamics work? How did the road closures work? How did the general security and vetting procedures all work? All leading up to an extremely large event like this.
The sentiment among the protesters also is that, we're looking at all of this money being spent on a ceremony at a time when the people on the ground are dealing with the cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I mean, that is always an argument. It costs so much to have the monarchy because you can quantify it. But what you can't quantify is how much the monarchy brings into the UK. How many people are going to come into the UK, maybe already be here. We see people that have travelled from far and wide to actually take their positions up on the Mall. Now, those people have to get here. Those people have to stay in a hotel, maybe, before they go to the Mall. Those people have to eat and drink. Very difficult to quantify how much money the monarchy actually brings in. Personally, I think they bring in far more than they actually cost us. And when you look at the depth of this policing operation, I think it will pale into insignificance with regards to the money that will actually be brought in and the positivity that it creates. Because don't forget, when you're doing an event like this, everything that is best of British is on show. So you have the policing plan, the Metropolitan Police Services plan to make this a safe and secure event. You then have British policing as a whole, because lots of other forces around the UK will come to support this policing operation as well.
Simon Morgan, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.